If Toyota actually builds this SUV the way it looks here, the compact SUV market could have a serious new problem. Because this isn't just another small crossover with a rugged body kit. This looks like a Land Cruiser that has been shrunk down without losing the attitude that made the name legendary. But here's the big question: can Toyota make a smaller Land Cruiser that delivers real capability, everyday practicality, and that legendary rugged character without making it too expensive? And that's exactly what makes this vehicle so interesting. The vehicle you're looking at is presented as a 2027 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser. But Toyota has not officially confirmed every specification shown in this design. So think of this as a preview of what a future compact Land Cruiser could look like, not a confirmed production specification. Now, look at the front. The wide grille immediately gives this SUV a serious presence. The Toyota lettering across the front makes it unmistakably Land Cruiser inspired, while the squared-off headlights give it a modern and aggressive appearance. The design doesn't rely on complicated curves. Instead, you've got straight lines, chunky surfaces, large wheel arches, and a high-looking hood. That makes the vehicle look strong before it even moves. And then there are those massive wheels. They completely change the personality of the SUV. This doesn't look like a small city crossover pretending to be tough. It looks like a compact vehicle that actually wants to leave the pavement. Walk around to the side and the proportions become even more interesting. You've got a tall cabin, large wheel arches, a practical roofline, and a relatively compact body. That's important because a smaller SUV doesn't have to be huge to be useful. A high seating position, large windows, and a squared-off body could make it easy to drive around town while still feeling ready for an adventure. But here's the question Toyota absolutely has to answer. Is this going to be a real off-roader, or just an SUV that looks like one? Because aggressive tires and black body cladding don't automatically create off-road capability. The real test would be the suspension, traction system, drivetrain, ground clearance, approach angles, and underbody protection. And with the Land Cruiser name, buyers will expect Toyota to take those things seriously. Inside, Toyota would have another important decision to make. Do you build this as a simple adventure machine, or do you make it a premium compact SUV? The smartest approach would probably be somewhere in the middle. Give buyers modern technology, smartphone connectivity, a digital driver display, a large central screen, modern safety systems, and useful storage. But keep the cabin durable and practical. Because the people buying a vehicle like this may actually use it. They'll throw backpacks in the back, camping equipment, road trip luggage, maybe even muddy outdoor gear. And that's where the Mini Land Cruiser could become extremely appealing. You don't necessarily need a massive 3-row SUV for everyday life. Sometimes you need something that can handle the school run Monday morning, a highway trip Friday afternoon, and a dirt road on Saturday. That versatility could become its biggest advantage. And here's something many buyers forget. It's not always horsepower that makes an SUV feel good. It's confidence. Confidence in bad weather, confidence on rough roads, confidence when you're far away from the city. And Toyota already has a reputation that could give this little SUV a major advantage. Now let's talk about performance. This is where we need to separate expectations from confirmed information. Toyota has not officially confirmed a complete production powertrain specification for this exact 2027 design, so any exact horsepower figure you see should be treated carefully unless Toyota officially announces it. But the ideal powertrain would focus on efficiency, durability, usable torque, and smooth everyday performance rather than simply chasing huge horsepower. A hybrid option could also make a lot of sense. In the city, you don't need 500 horsepower. You need smooth acceleration, easy parking, good visibility, comfortable steering, and enough power to merge onto the highway without thinking twice. Then the road gets rough, and suddenly traction, suspension, and ground clearance become much more important than horsepower. That's the personality this vehicle needs. Not a drag racer, not a luxury limousine, a compact adventure machine that works during the week and becomes much more interesting on the weekend. Now we come to the biggest question of all: price. The exact price for this 2027 concept-style vehicle has not been officially announced, and that could determine whether this vehicle succeeds. If Toyota prices it too close to larger Land Cruiser models, buyers may simply move up to a bigger SUV. If it's too expensive compared with compact competitors, buyers may decide they don't need the Land Cruiser badge. But if Toyota positions it as an affordable entry point into the Land Cruiser family, things could get very interesting. Because now you're looking at competitors like the Ford Bronco Sport, Subaru Crosstrek, Jeep Compass, Honda CR-V, and other compact SUVs. Each one has its own advantage. The Crosstrek focuses on practicality and all-weather capability. The Bronco Sport has a strong adventure personality. The CR-V is more focused on comfort, efficiency, and family usability, but the Mini Land Cruiser could bring something different, character, and that matters. Land Cruiser isn't just another Toyota name, it represents durability and exploration. So if Toyota puts the badge on a smaller SUV, buyers will expect more than aggressive styling. They'll expect substance. They'll expect it to feel solid. They'll expect it to handle rough roads. And they'll expect it to live up to the reputation behind the name. Imagine taking this thing down a rough forest road, loose gravel, mud, steep sections, maybe a little water. A compact vehicle could actually have an advantage here. Smaller dimensions can make it easier to maneuver. A shorter body can help on tight trails, and with the right traction system and suspension, it could potentially go places where larger SUVs become awkward. But there is a trade-off. A smaller SUV means less interior and cargo space. Families carrying lots of luggage may eventually want something larger, and if you're looking for serious towing capability, this probably wouldn't be your first choice. So this isn't a vehicle for everyone, and it doesn't need to be. It's for buyers who want something compact enough for everyday life but don't want another boring crossover. It's for young families, road trip lovers, outdoor enthusiasts, and people who like the Land Cruiser idea but don't need a massive SUV sitting in their driveway. But there's one thing I would watch very carefully, the final production version, because concept designs can make almost any vehicle look spectacular. The production model is where compromises appear, smaller wheels, different bumpers, less aggressive tires, a simpler interior, and sometimes a much higher price. So don't judge this vehicle only by the image. Judge it by what Toyota eventually puts underneath that image. If Toyota gets the formula right, however, the Mini Land Cruiser could become one of the most interesting compact SUVs in its segment. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the most luxurious, and not because it has the biggest screen, but because it could offer something increasingly rare: character. A lot of modern SUVs are designed to be safe choices. This one looks like it wants to be memorable. So, would I buy one? If Toyota gives it genuine off-road hardware, keeps the interior practical, adds modern technology and prices it sensibly, yes, I'd be very interested. Because the biggest appeal isn't simply that it's a smaller Land Cruiser, it's that it could be a Land Cruiser designed for people who don't actually need a giant SUV, and that could be a very smart move. Now I want to hear from you. Would you choose this compact Land Cruiser over a Bronco Sport, Subaru Crosstrek, or another compact SUV? Or do you think the Land Cruiser name belongs on something much bigger? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more videos breaking down the newest SUVs, performance cars and future models before you buy, subscribe to the channel. And if this Mini Land Cruiser feels too small for you, stay tuned for our next comparison with a larger Land Cruiser alternative, where we'll look at size, capability, comfort and value side by side.